Alright, and so these are all the prints that we printed. I did mostly PLA, but we also got to do some ABS and TPU. Let's go to this little frog. So this is a tricolor filament, PLA, and I sliced all the prints at 0.2 layer height, 60 millimeters a second, so a little bit faster than the 50. 195 on the nozzle and 60 on the bed, and yeah, it stuck very well. Layers go down beautifully, and you guys can see under here, this is the part where it sometimes sags funny. It's pretty much perfect. All the details are perfect also. There is a tiny bit of stringing, which the extruder could probably be bumped up to 1 millimeters. But yeah, if we look here, the layers are sitting very nice. And this filament's really cool because it changes colors depending on the angle. Very nice print. This is literally perfection, guys. So this printer is really good with putting the layers down beautifully. So let's look at another tricolor. And this is a Squirtle, which is a turtle slash squirrel. And yeah, we can see that the layers are just sitting absolutely perfect, guys. So we can see a little bit of ringing, but it's very, very light. So yeah, beautiful print. Just practically perfect. And even here on top of his head, usually this part looks kind of funny, and again, perfect. So yeah, an excellent print again from the WXR. So here we have an octopus, and I scaled this up a bit. So he's a little larger than normal, and yeah, all of the tentacles stuck to the bed and then pop right off, which is not an issue at all for this built-tack material. We can see all the tentacles look really good. There is very minimal stringing, and overall just a nice clean print anywhere you look. So yeah, great print again. Here we have a print called Gear, and this is a functional print. All these pieces print separately, so you should be able to spin it up. I haven't tried yet. The layers went down pretty good, except for the stitching there. You can see little Z layers that are randomized. They're all over the place, and they kind of stick out a little more than you'd want. So sometimes you can't spin this by hand right off the printer, but it looks like it's trying to. It's barely spinning, but I just need a little bit of help, so I'm going to use the Allen wrench. Stick it in there, and it goes in perfect, guys. So the tolerances are great on this printer. And let's see if we can give it just a little bit. There we go. So it just needs that initial pop, and wow. Yeah, I can feel it right away that it's perfect. I mean, there's no effort, and there's no wobble either. Very, very minimal, which is excellent tolerances. So yeah, I think this printer has definitely got the leg up and great tolerances. And to prove that, we have another print here, which is also functional, and it printed just like this on the build plate and popped right off. And you guys can see there's quite a few pieces here, and this is kind of like a little tank or something, or tracks. And so these are all individual pieces slash the track that has to connect. But it's quite incredible how it's all printed in one shot. And then all you do is just unfold it like this, and it becomes an actual rolling tank wheels or track wheels or robot wheels, whatever you want to call this. It's really awesome. I've printed a lot of stuff over the years, but this kind of impressed me as it was all in one with no supports or anything, printed just like this. So yeah, very cool. And if you are interested in who made this part, there's a name there that you can check out. So yeah, and again, guys, the tolerances here are very good, and they're quite loose, as they're probably made to, you know, work on any printer. So I could probably downscale this quite a bit and it will still work very well. So yeah, that turned out great. So we do have an astronaut also printed the same filament, which is this matte white PLA. And to be honest, guys, I've never seen the astronaut look this good in white color, because most of the time it looks pretty rough, because it's kind of hard to get this guy perfect, because there is quite a few details and plus a lot of smooth surfaces. You really have to have good filament slash good printer for even flow and a finish like this. And cooling was great underneath the arms there, and stuck to the build plate, no problem. Just the ridges on the shoes there. So yeah, excellent print again. So we did print TPU also, which is this spaceship, and it is in spiralized mode. We did have some meltdown, so probably need a little more cooling. I think the parts cooling fan was turned down quite a bit, which was automatic in the PLA profile in the slicer, but yeah, I think that needs to be turned up because we're melting a bit around the edges, including the top. We kind of ignored that. You guys can see the TPU went down perfect. Even layers. You guys kind of can see by the reflections there. Just an excellent print. And what's great about TPU, it's quite indestructible overall. You can bend it, it'll just bounce right back. So there's good applications for TPU and strength when your use case allows it. So it did stick to the bottom, but when I pulled it off, I accidentally ripped it. But again, no problem sticking with the TPU or printing, just need a little more adjustments there. Here we have ABS, which are these 1/10 size drift wheels. So overall, they printed out and they stuck to the plate. Not an issue, nothing popped off. And we did preheat it to 100 on the bed and 260 on the nozzle. So we did have a tiny bit of stringing and a little bit of blobbing here and there from retraction. So again, retraction probably needs to be bumped up some more. So let's go ahead and see if we can pull this support off the back. And it's stuck in there pretty good. So normally this just comes off. We'll use the snippers here. There we go. Just need a little more persuasion, but yeah, it came out in one piece. So yeah, it feels very durable. I mean, this is just a support and I can't even break it that easy. So yeah, definitely everything bonded very nicely. And we can see here inside it all looks good. The wheel itself looks good overall, and the inside looks good. So a little bit of heat gun and all those little whispers will go away. And very usable and extremely strong print. So overall, I would say pretty good with ABS. And for our last print is this vase, and you guys saw earlier that we did break it off because it couldn't print all the way up, just a few millimeters. But it is also in spiralized mode, and it stuck very well to the bottom and then popped right off. The layers look really good. They are a little bit textured or artifacted, lines you guys can see, but yeah, other than that, it's pretty much perfect. And this is a color changing filament, so it starts one and then kind of changes to a different color as it goes up. And yeah, it feels really strong and solid and not an issue for spiralized mode again on this printer. So yeah, I would say pretty versatile and does everything very well. And you do have a pretty premium experience with the operation. But with that said, I do have a couple gripes. One of them is loading the filament. So every time you need to load or unload the filament, you have to do it through the screen, and it gets tedious and takes a while, and you have to be patient with it. I wish that they would have gave us some kind of manual arm where we can press to release the spring here. And I think that would make things a lot easier because this is a direct drive. It's quite easy just to push something and purge it yourself, where you don't have to sit here and wait for it to heat up and then go through the process, push the button, wait for it. Is it enough? It's not. Do some more. Also, changing filament, you can't just come up to it and pull it out. You have to go through the system here to do that. So I found that a little bit tedious and finicky, which was honestly the only thing that I could find that was negative, except for maybe this BuildTech build plate. Now it does stick very well, but I feel like it sticks a little too well, especially when the plate cools off. So if you're used to PEI, you know that when it's hot, it sticks very nicely, but then when it cools off, it practically pops off on its own, which is a plus and a minus to itself. But this BuildTech has a much harder time pulling off even when it's cold completely. So it just grabs better. So I found it a little hard to take off the smaller models that are more delicate off this kind of build plate. But this is obviously upgradable and very easy to change to PEI. The touchscreen is great. This knob you use to quickly change your settings as you are in, let's say you're doing baby sets, you can just spin this, or if you're setting the temperature or anything. So mostly touchscreen, but the knob is like an assist for quickly scrolling through things, which works great. I love the full-size SD card and also the USB on this side. Love the linear rails and all the axes, very solid. And that's another thing that we didn't really do is any kind of high-speed printing, which I'm pretty sure this printer is very capable of, as it is rated up to 500 millimeters a second, but I think it could probably easily do 250, no problems. I love the whole hot end extruder assembly here. It's a work of art with quality materials. Now we do have a lot of 3D printed parts, and these all seem robust and tough and sure feel like it'll last the time as they are printed out. Looks like in some very quality materials, but nevertheless they are 3D printed and it's everywhere throughout the whole printer. So if you like that, you'll love it, but if you don't, there is a bunch of it, and depending how you look at it, it's a positive or maybe not. We do have a V6 style hot end with a slice engineering heat break. Yeah, lots of quality parts on this printer throughout the whole thing, including sensors, motors, and whatnot else, and just a whole thought through design of how everything's put together. And we can also heat up 300C on the nozzle and 120 on the bed. We do have a 250 by 210 and 250 tall build volume, which I didn't really get 250 at, but I got like 245 to 248 or something. Pretty large build volume for this medium-sized format. And also one of the best parts probably about this printer is that the out of bed leveling just works so flawlessly here. And every time you start a print, it actually goes through the bed and makes sure everything is perfect before it puts the first layer down. So every first layer was perfect every time, and you can adjust the baby step up and down. Also, the dual Z axes work great, and the main reason for that is because the software is so smart. It probes each side and then adjusts the lead screws according to that. So yeah, very nice detail there. Excellent printer. printer for anyone that's just wants something that runs out of the box, and not even that, it's pre-built out of the box. So you just open it up, pull it out, install the spool holder, and you're ready to go. So yeah, if you're a 3D printer enthusiast, you'll probably really like this printer, as there's a lot of older kind of vibe with new technology, just a more high-end feeling of the whole printer.